We are doing pretty good. Hey, hey! It's a revolution! Ding, 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 ding. It's upside down, but you know, it's a revolution! So...
he just done that ding? Me.
Yes, he did the ding, ding, ding. I've got 2 boxes from Revolution Beauty.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let go, let go, let go. Not like that. And no, go away. And I'm going to open them for you. You go and play.
Can I decide?
There's nothing in here that you will want.
Let's do this.
Let's do this. Okay. So we're doing the little box first. I'll keep that all now. Oh, I like it because when you open it, it opens really nicely, and you get like this wee message inside.
See you later, guys.
Bye, Daryl. So it says real value, amazing quality, always inclusive, and 100% cruelty free. Awesome. That's why I like Revolution products. So what did I buy? OMG. What did I buy? So first and foremost, I bought a contour set by Revolution HD Pro. I saw this on, I can't remember her name. Did I even save her fucking... I'm looking through my subscribed list on YouTube. It's Miss something. She's an older makeup YouTuber type person. Lovely lady, and she used this palette and I really, really liked the look of it. I know I just spent an absolute fortune on that Fenty sticks, but I thought I'd give this a go as well because there's highlighters, and so we're gonna do that. I also bought, this is the thing that has been giving me fucking palpitations, right? For those of you that don't know, I've only really been getting into makeup for the last year or so. So it's still, I still do things and go, I don't know if I'm doing this right. And I have never, ever used bronzer. Now, I don't even know if I got the right shade. I basically bought the one that I thought would go. So this is Revolution Glow Splendor Ultra Matte Bronzer in Fair, because that just looked like it was the one that was going to suit me the most. So yeah, they package well. There's some extra paper in the bottom. They don't package as bonkers as what Amazon does, but you know. And last in that particular box anyway, I bought the Revolution Forever Flawless Allure Shadow Palette, which is this one, and they put a helpful little picture up in the corner to show you what colours are in there, and it looked amazing on the internet. I want to take that sticker off and put it in my journal, because I keep stupid shit like that. Do you keep stupid shit like that? Oh, look, I love the colours on this. You'll be there going, but hang on, didn't you just buy 5 palettes from Beauty Bay? Yes I did. Don't judge me. That's beautiful. That's really, really, really nice. Look at that. That is not showing the colours as beautifully as it could be. These are really nice dark browns. There's some beautiful dark sort of reddy colours up here that I want to have a go with. There's some shimmers in here. There's some of these ones with the white flecks in. I don't understand what these are supposed to do, so I'm gonna have a good time playing with those at some point. So do you guys keep your little acetate sheets? Because I have been doing so far, and you know, it's nice. It's metal. It does everything it's supposed to do. What does it say on the back? I like that they're all numbered, but it doesn't actually tell you, doesn't give them a name. Just, you know, and apparently you can peel the sticky off because it says it's peelable. Because, you know, this is pretty and I don't want to... Oh, it's one of those. It's a double sticker, which means that inside there will be... shades 1, 3, 6, 7, 9, 11, 14, 15, 16 and 18. Oh, there's just ingredients lists for each shade. So will the whole thing peel off, or have I got to like keep it on there forever? Because, you know, this doesn't actually give me any information. I'm gonna wreck my new nails doing this. My nail tech is gonna shoot me. There's a little bit of residue, but that'll come off. That'll come off. So now it looks nice and pretty. So that was box one. That was the eyeshadow palette, the cream contour palette, and the bronzer. So let's see if I can find my flipping knife. I can't. So forget. Oh, there we go. Open some shit. I've never used bronzer, and that is a big ass fucking home palette. Look how shiny it is. That's you guys. Say hi to yourselves. That is beautiful. Now, my main issue on shit like this is how easy is it to open, and it seems like they don't give a shit about those of us that have long nails and can't get into our makeup. You know? So buy yourself a palette knife from an art shop, and then all you've got to do is stick it in that little dippy thing there and twist. A butter knife will do the same thing. I just happen to have a palette knife. Or, you know, one of these types would do as well. This is for acrylic paint. You could stick that in there. Anything that's got a large flat end would do. Like I say, a butter knife, you know, what you eat your dinner with, anything like that would do. Okay, nice big mirror inside. So, what do we think? I think that's going to work because it matches quite well with my, yeah, I think I've done quite well there. That's my contour stick, but it's also going to match quite well with the colours that are in this palette. I'm not planning on using all of these. Oh my kiddie on. Like right now, because I will overwhelm myself trying to use products that I've not used. I've not used a cream contour on a palette like this before. I've only just recently been contouring, to be honest. So, a bit on packaging now. So there are also shades in here that will match with my new bronzer. Okay. Now you might be looking at me going, well actually you've got quite dark skin, but I use very light products such as foundation, concealer and all that kind of thing. So I may well have a go at using, other than my foundation, this entire palette for my concealer and everything, which is a terrifying thought. I really want to keep that little black sticker. See if I can get that off of there. But, let's just, because it's cute, and who doesn't like cute? Okay, so packaging. So those are the bits that I got in box number one. So what's in box number two? You might be asking yourself, and why did they send it in 2 boxes? Thankfully, they didn't charge me for 2 boxes. Okay, let's see. And it's all packaged very well. It's what I'm quite excited about. Oh, it's not in here. That means I've got more to come. Oh, that sucks. I'm missing something. Hold on just 1 minute while I find out where the hell that item is. Because, you know, I'm sure I ordered. View order details. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm missing 2 things. Unless they count 2 packs of one thing as an item. I did that, and I did that. and yeah, I am missing a advent thing that was on offer and I didn't get it. Really upset about that. Contact us. I'm really upset that hasn't come. Anyway, what did I get? I got reusable makeup wash pads. I saw these and I'm trying to be a little bit more conscious about my effect on the environment. They're tied up so freaking tight I can't get hold of them. Again, palette knife comes in great because it's not going to cut the strings. But you want to keep these wee bags, okay, because apparently you put your dirties in the bag and then just chuck the whole thing in the machine. But I really, oh, these are lovely. Oh, these are really nice. Little makeup pads. Instead of using cotton wool, you put your micellar water or your makeup remover or whatever on one of these and give it a what for. Really pleased. And then once they're all dirty, you put in there. Now there's 7 in a pack. So I was like, I'm going to get 2 packs because I do laundry, which you can probably hear in the background, twice a week. Now, first and foremost, I'm going to go and get in touch with Revolution and go, where the fuck is my advent calendar? I will be back in a moment. Well, that sucks. There is no way to contact them except via email. They say that live chat is available 7 days a week, but I can't find out how to access it. If I click the black button down in the corner like they say to, I get email. So yeah, I'm sort of like, I'm fucked off about that. I love Makeup Revolution makeup, but I also don't think I got my free gift for spending over £30, you know? But of course I've got no idea how long that's been running for, so. Yeah, so that sucks. Shut up! I hate when people have videos on their channel that automatically play when you're not subscribed. That really annoys me. It's not necessary. It really isn't necessary. So I need to do a makeup look and we need to try some of this makeup. So let's, oh my god, I'm so nervous about this. I'm just gonna go straight in it. I'm probably going to do all this wrong, so you might well like shout at me and scream, you know, what the hell are you doing? But hey, you know, let's I've got a kerchief that's going around my, I'm pulling the wrong bit obviously. I'm going to tie my hair up with this. This is something I started doing when I go to sleep to stop my hair from killing me basically. So let's just, you know, God, I am so sexy. There we go. Right, now specs off, let's go to it. So we are going to start off by spraying, this is a Barry M serum mist for hydration. I have already applied my creams today, but that was like 7 hours ago because it's the middle of the afternoon. So I'm gonna, now I am going to apply my primer. This is e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer. I bought this on a whim recently. Well, I say recently, I've been using it a while now. Because I was interested on what a poreless primer was gonna, you know, do for me. And I must be missing something, you guys, because I have used cheap ass primer from Aldi and got the same results. So, you know, am I doing something wrong? Am I not using enough of it? Or am I using too much? What is it supposed to do that my cheap ass Aldi primer this. But I paid a damn sight more for this. Okay, now, if you subscribe to Nina Ubi, she underpaints. So she does her contour, her highlighting and all that before she does her foundation. I need to go damp my sponge. I never find that works, so I'm probably not going to do that. I will be right back. I'll go and get my sponge right. Yeah, so I don't know whether to copy what she does or not. I think I'm going to go my usual route of doing this because that's what I know. Okay, so I'm going to start off with my L'Oreal C'est Magique Cream Concealer, and I just use a little bit just to do this area. I don't do that on there because my regular concealer takes care of that. I'm going to use my foundation brush from Royal & Langnickel. I am so upset about that Revolution order. I thought it was all there because it came in 2 boxes, but I think they were supposed to put the Advent in the second box and they didn't. They just put the makeup remover pads. So yeah, either they're useless or their staffers, they're a little bit hot-fingered. So I am now doing my Dream Radiant Liquid by Maybelline in the shade 01, which is, oh my lordy, I can't read that. Natural Ivory. Didn't prep my eyes, did I? I used the vitamin C eye serum that I got online, and I use this because it's quite oily and I find that it just stops the whole area drying out completely when I use the baking stuff, because I found once I started baking regularly around, well, under my eyes, that the skin is drying out, which, you know, obviously you don't want that, especially when you're in the older section. That went in my eye, not on my eye. That frickin' hurts. And before you ask, I'm not going to tell you how old I am. You've got to guess. Oh, that hurt. I also put my makeup on a little acrylic block because I don't like putting it on my hands. I don't know why. So I think part of what I do wrong is that I apply my foundation with a brush and not a sponge, because she says, I've just watched a video by Nina, and she says that when you underpaint, you dab your foundation on with your sponge rather than painting it on like I am with a brush. But I find when I use a sponge, I use a ton more product, like loads, and I just don't want to do that. So I'm not going to. Okay, so then you get your damp sponge. How damp do you make your sponge? Well, what I do is, because it's normally still a little bit damp in the following morning, and I go and run it on with warm water, and I keep squeezing and allowing it to fill up, and squeezing and allowing it to fill up until I no longer get the cold water from yesterday coming out. Now, I did go with the squeezing out in a towel again, like Nina Ubi does, and it was too dry. I don't know if I just squeezed it harder than what she does, but And also, patting your makeup. You do not want to do it and go like that. You shouldn't be denting your sponge. You should literally be bouncing your sponge off your face. And that just helps remove any excess. And it also helps blend away the brush stroke marks. Now, I'm going to use my Sigma wedgie brush. And I'm going to go in with the medium brown there, which is darker than my magic stick, but not as dark as what I was using before my magic stick, if that makes sense. I also don't know how well this stuff picks up, so. Oh, okay. Okay. Something that seems to be the rage at the moment is that skull look, where you come down a little bit like that. Another thing I've discovered with cream contour, this picks up really easily. This might just have become my new favourite way. If you want to help get rid of that double chin, yeah, you do the horrible. You go like that, and you see that line behind your chin, your actual chin, not your on in front of your double, but behind, and you paint that like so, yeah, and then you blend all that away. Okay, so I'm also gonna, because I've seen this as well, where they go up like that. Now I'm using the same colour, okay, because I don't know that I want to start playing with other colours just yet. And I do a sort of V there that goes along there and then to the eye, corner of the eye, like so, yeah, down the nose. Apparently you can do this like little V thing. I think I need a smaller brush for that, but you know, whatever. Okay, and now we should we use the sponge? Should we try the sponge? She uses a brush, actually. She uses a brush, so let's go with the brush. Because I'm always worried that when I use the sponge, it just seems to wipe it off. You guys notice that? And what I'm doing is, yes, I'm still using that Sigma brush, but I'm more sort of like dabbing. If you raise your eyebrows, it helps you do that all the way up. Yeah, I'm sort of doing that, I'm doing the tap tap, but I'm doing it with the brush. And then if you do want to blend it, you just, because the idea is you don't want to pull it down too much, yeah? So can you see how much that's pulled in my face already? Woohoo! Look at me go. My mate Becca's going to be so pleased with me actually tutorialing concealer. But I think I might have just found my shade Bex. Because I was so upset. I bought that Fenty beauty stick and it's really expensive. And I said to my daughter, it's a bit too light, you know. Don't forget you've got that bit, so you want to swish it a little bit and then just sort of feather it back onto your double. Things are falling on my desk. I do apologise about the background noise. It's the weekend. My son is not at school, obviously, because it's the weekend, and it's laundry day. I also saw that if you bring it just up in front of your ear ever so slightly, it gives you that jaw look. And then I'm just going to blend it down even more, because we don't want a shadowy sort of, well, we don't want a line, do we? There we go. I mean, I can see why she goes over it, but I will be going over it with powder in a minute, so you know. Now I am going to use my feature head. I am going to use, which brush should I use? I'm going to use this Royal & Langnickel brush, and I'm going to go for the not white but the next shade up, which is this one, to do a little bit of concealer on. I suppose I could use my finger, but I'm not going to. I'm going to try it with this and see. Oh, that's nice. Wow. I think I might have just fallen in love with.
Bacon's being cooked.
I know. Is Nan cooking bacon? Okay, so it's a little bit white for underneath. So let's try. No, you can't have some of my coat. I'm going to go up a little bit into the next shade and try that instead. Because I want to. Go on, off you go, please, because I can't move with you. Sure, there's a lot of these have been used for powder, so. Oh, see, that's a bit better. Use a bigger brush. Now, you might be there going, but that is too light for you. And yes, I appreciate that it is, but I use a brighter than normal concealer because I wear glasses. So, you know, I do want to find a shade that I can use for my eyes. For a no makeup look.
Can I put on the eye patch?
No. And I'm gonna just sort of blend that out. Okay, that's quite light, isn't it? I didn't realise it's gonna be quite that light. Hey, this is all learning, isn't it? There's got to be people laughing at me. But I'm hoping that it will all come together, she says. And then I am going in with my sponge. And I'm dabbing a little bit harder just to take off any excess. Okay. I love how that's shined that up. I go slightly darker just to see what that's like. Just the next shade. Oh, that might be a good shade for me. Okay. Now, one thing I do need to be careful of. I'm just going to bring my sponge in to sort of just tone this down ever so slightly on the contour side of things. Okay, my head's itching. Right, so now what? I'm really pleased with that actually so far. Now I'm going to close that. I used barely any foundation. I would be interested to try the underpainting look, but so far you can see I've got some concealer there. Yeah, I'm really pleased with myself for using that. Okay, so that's good. I'm just making a note of what brushes I kind of got on with. So for that I used my Royal & Langnickel foundation brush. I used my Sigma chisel and trim contour brush, and I used my Real Techniques, why did they write it so small, Expert face brush. That's the number 200 to help do the contouring in my eye, the concealing in my eye, I don't know, whatever. Right, so let's grab all of these other brushes, because I'm still playing with brushes to find the ones that I like, you know. I mean, a good dupe for the Real Techniques is, oh, that's a Real Technique brush as well. That's a buffing brush, so you could use that as well to help buff out all of that. My big powder brush, my highlighter and my thingy brush. Okay, let's rock and roll. So what do I do next? I set. I use an empty, oh my lordy, an empty one of these, and some, funnily enough, Revolution translucent setting powder, and I tap this because it's got a perforated top. You can't put it back in the thing, so I do it into here, and I give myself a nice little pile every now and then this goes back in my box and waits until it is required again. So we're going to put that in there. I am suddenly overflowing with stuff and it won't fit. Then I've got my two poofs. I've got my little poof. I'm going to show you my little poofs first. And what I do is I press and pick up the powder. Can you see? And then I will just double check that I've had no crease settling. So you just want to just dab in, like, especially in the eye area, and if you have hooded eyes, by now any liquid that you've put on and in your forehead here will have like settled into the lines. So go back in and give it a good hard press just to remove the bits. Now that shouldn't stay wet for very long. Give it a second. Now you want your triangle and fold it over your finger and then press. And take it up like you did your highlight. Yeah? Dab it down on that powder again and fill it up again, and do the same in the other eye. Don't forget, you've got to put all the silly faces. That is compulsory, otherwise this just won't work. But basically, if my highlighter went there, so does my setting powder. Do across the eyes. Not quite as heavy, but that's fine. Then you want that area that you've just dabbed on your forehead as well, and that will brighten that up. And don't forget under your chin, or you know, on your chin. Oh, I forgot to give my lips that. And I sort of go up around to, I wanted to have a go at making my lips a little bit more sultry using a technique that she used. So I'm going to go back into that contour palette with that smaller brush that I used, which is a Royal and Nickel. It's actually a smoky eye brush. And I'm going to pick up that same shade that I used to contour, but only a little bit. You could use a lip liner brush for this. I was not sure how much to like use. And you don't want to do the whole thing, you want to go to the width of your nose. So imagine you've got a straight line going like that, don't go past that. Okay, and you're just putting a little bit of shadow there to make it look like you're a little bit more pouty. If you put too much or you go too far, you'll get, and you don't want to look like your filler just went a little bit too crazy. Okay, can you see I hit that little line there? And just across on top of my Cupid's bow. Okay, so what do I do now? Well, I now get rid of that one. And I get this massive fluffy brush that I got in B&M, of all places. B&M. And my pressed powder, which came from, this is a collection one, it's Primed and Ready Invisible Setting Powder. And it's and I go swoosh, like that. And then anywhere where the loose powder didn't go, the pressed powder does. And it works better, as you can see, if you dab it on. I do also go across the top because I find that helps just blend that loose powder in. I do not touch under my eyes yet. Do not touch under my eyes. Okay. So that is now all set, and it's toned it down beautifully. Beautifully. This is making my head itch. It's pressing my dreads into my hair. Okay. Now, this is the fun bit. You get your big, and I just like to press that powder in, because otherwise that powder's just sitting on top of your skin, isn't it? It's not actually being used. There you go. That's what I like. Now we are going to pick up my Real Technique setting brush and just any of that loose powder on top of my eyes we're going to ditch. So just lightly brush off the top of the eyes, not underneath. Why do we not do underneath yet? Because if you happen to pick up, do your eyelashes as well while you're at it. If you happen to have bought a palette that's a little bit dusty and has major fallout, it's going to land on that bake and it'll sweep away in a minute. I am so looking forward to using this palette. Sorry if it's a bit dark, the sun is setting. It's like, it's not even 2 PM, you guys. I haven't bronzed. I have no idea how to bronze. I really don't. This is again something I've not ever done. So now, if I understand it, you do like a 3, basically where your contour went, so did your bronzer. So I have here a Royal & Langnickel powder brush. It's not as massive as my Real Techniques powder brush, but this is my blusher. So I'm going to use this one. God, I'm so nervous. Oh, so you pick up and you tap off, yeah? Please be right, please be right, please be right. Oh, that's pretty. Oh my goodness. You guys, look at, oh, that just, I like. Oh yeah, wow, I can see now, my friend Claire. Claire, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, I never used that bronzer you gave me 10 years ago. And I was wrong, because that is just, I don't even know if you guys can see the difference. That was just enough to sort of go, take you from, you know, another one bites the dust to we are the champions. I'm really happy with that. Sorry, I really am. Oh my god, look. Okay. Okay. Now, if you do not have, then you really need one of these. You need one of these black, look at the state of it. Ignore the state of it, it's supposed to be black. You need one of these brushes, right? And what this is for you to swipe off excess powder, okay? Mine does need a wash. It probably needs replacing. This is my default makeup brush. I love this thing. I got this in a discount shop. Now, I was really chuffed though, because when I bought my Profusion Cosmetics palette in TK Maxx, it just so happens to have come with a brush almost exactly the same. Haven't used it yet. This palette is so messy. This used to be my go-to palette. And there's purples in there that I haven't even tried yet, but it's great for a smoky, sort of light smoky eye look. Oh my gosh, these are just, So, I'm not gonna, right. If you want to know what colours I'm using, screenshot that. I really hope you can make out the writing underneath. Okay, because I'm not going to keep showing you the palette. I'm going to start off with Sensation. Now, or should I start off with Hedonism? Actually, let's start with Hedonism, because as you can see, I've paled my face down. Why do I pale my face down? Because my neck is so fucking white. And I don't want to have to bring makeup down. And yes, I do tend to wear tops like this. I don't have to bring my makeup down because I'm not going to bring it down to my tattoo. So I want to bring my neck colour up. Okay, so I use quite light. So I'm going to start with Hedonism, which is the top left in the palette. And I am dabbing to pick up. And this is just basically going to be my base. That is more or less the same colour as what I've already got on. So, we're not going to use that one. Okay, we're going to go slightly darker. Okay, I'm going to go into Sensation, which is the third from the left, and I'm going to put it on the other eye, just so you can see the difference. Yeah, see there's a light. This would be perfect if you just want to, you know, not actually wear makeup, and you set your foundation and all of that lot, and then you just want to do your own colour over the top. So I'm going to use that over Hedonism just to give me a natural skin colour, because I don't have that. I have darker eye sockets. Years of being an insomniac will do that to you. 5 children, you know, all that kind of thing. So, oh my god, I am going to go down to, oh fuck, I don't know what colours I want to do. Do I want browns or do I want reds? Because this has both, and they are beautiful, and I'm looking at all of them going, oh, I really want to do that one, and I really want to do that one, Okay, we are going the red side, okay? So we are going over to the right hand side of the palette. Top row, very far right, you've got Suave. What a fab word Suave is, and that is beautiful. Yes, I'm still using the same brush. Now this is going to be my cut crease shade, and I dab to pick up and I dab to put down again. See, that is a beautiful sort of reddy brown until it is all down, and then you just blend. And if you have hooded eyes, like myself, put it on and then relax, because you do your eye look, which you go like that, yeah, and it looks beautiful because it gives you a blank canvas. Then relax once you've done it, and just make sure that you can see that beautiful colour that you've just put on. So, yeah, as tempting as it is, don't keep raising your eyebrows when you are doing these transition shades, otherwise you don't end up with anything. And it is hard, I know it's hard, but so I've got a slight little hint of colour. We're going to go into Suave again, and I'm going to replicate what I've just done, because I can't do one eye full of makeup and then the other eye. I need to do each colour as I go, because otherwise it just doesn't look right. So you start off by basically putting on a light load of Suave, and then you want to pick it up again and go back into that crease just to darken it ever so slightly. Can you see it when you relax? You know? A brush that would be good for this would be a crease brush like that. You could pick it up with that and it would give you a lovely defined sort of look across that, and then just blend it up just to make that socket look that little bit darker. And like most hooded eye people, I have one eye that is slightly more hooded than the other one. So when you bring that, you see how it's coming up a little bit more before it blends out? That's to kind of make the hood look a little bit more sunken, to define the shape that little bit more. So there we go. Now, I'm going for it. I'm going to use that crease brush again, and I'm going to pick up Nymph, which is a beautiful dark colour. It's stunning. And what I'm going to do is, if I lift it ever so slightly, you see the crease goes to about 2/3 of my eye. I want to put this colour on that third that isn't creased. And you can bring that down onto the eye ever so slightly, but it just gives you a slightly sort of darker look. Do the same again on this side and blend it upwards with your brush so that it's not, because you don't just want a line of makeup. My tumble dryer is making this swish 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 noise, and I don't know why. I've never made that noise before. Now, it might be a bit, well, that doesn't look very blended, and it's not. So I'm going to pick up my default brush, and I'm just very, very lightly going to make sure that that is all. And I am talking about like the tips of this brush, just to help blend it out. Oh, this is a gorgeous palette. I am in love. Just to help bring that out. Now, I am, do I use Crave or Seduction? I am going to use a flat brush. This is from Barry M. It's just a flat eyeshadow. I don't think it's even got a name, it's just a Barry M brush, and it looks like that. Okay, and I'm going to use this to pick up a shimmer, and I'm going to pick up, Lovesick looks nice. I'm actually going to pick up Crave, because I think that might look quite nice. And I'm pressing it down to pick it up. Now, some shimmers like to be picked up with the finger, and some like to be picked up with the brush, and it really is about learning which shimmers do. And I'm actually getting away with doing this with a brush. I think it would probably go on better with using your finger instead, but it's going on quite nicely. And yes, I'm taking it into that crease just to blend it up slightly. That's really, really, really nice subtle shimmer. That's lovely. What I might do, let's just do the other side, because I'm thinking of combining my shimmers here. That actually has gone on way darker than the other side. It's just packed itself on much better. I did have some trace eyeshadow on my lid on that side, which might be why. Now, I'm going to pick up a little bit of Seduction, which is the middle row on the far right, because it is another dark colour, but it's another shimmer colour. And I'm just going to add that, because who says you can't mix your shimmers, huh? And I'm just going to sort of blend that in from the corner over the top. Oh yeah. I think I've just found my new favourite palette, y'all. And I'm taking it up onto that lovely dark colour that we had. I'm probably coming in about halfway with it. Just to kind of mix them up a little bit. Oh, wow. Yes, I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, so I now want a excuse me. I want a small bit of Hedonism, which was that first really light colour, just to highlight up here by the brows. So plonk it on with a brush. This was one that I got in a brow kit. Or did I? No, I got this in a cheap shop as well. It's alright, it's not bad. And then I'm going to use my original brush just to and what that does is it just helps soften that top blend that you did up near your eyebrows, like so. It looks really dark on the screen. It's not that dark here, I promise. Now, I've got this fantastic little wedge brush here that, do you know what, I'd have to put my glasses on to read it because I couldn't even tell you where it's from. It's a Real Techniques and it's a number 313 and it's a definer brush. This works great for your lower lashes. So it is now time to wipe away all that bake that you did earlier. So you get your setting brush again and you just ever so lightly sweep it away. Like so. Now you get this little definer brush which is like a little tiny, can you see? It's like a little tiny wedge brush. And it is, what was that? That's my big floofy brush. So I'm gonna pick up that Suave because I really like that shade, and we're gonna go underneath my eyes just to bring it round to sort of meet. So I'm going to start off by having the wedge that way and coming across, and as I come across I'm going to tilt it so that the line fades out. Naturally my eyes are watering because they always do when I'm applying eyeshadow. So I start off quite thick because I also have the problem, I have quite crepey underskin on my eyes, which is, you know, it's nothing I've got any control over because age comes to the best of us. And this just goes on quite roughly, really. You're not worried about neat because that's what blending's for. So you can see where I've done it to go round. And then I am going to take a little bit of that Nymph, that really dark one, and just put it by the lash line there. Again, I'm not really going neat. It's just because I plan on blending it all together, you know. Now my nose is running, which is just going to make my eyes go crazy because that's what they do. So that's what we do there. Now I am picking up my defining crease brush. This is also a Real Techniques. I couldn't tell you what the number is. It's another tiny brush like so. Yes, it's got purple in because I used purple not that long ago. That is Real Techniques. Why is it so small? 304. Okay. And I'm going to pick up some of that Suave on this brush. And I literally do mean like a little bit. Just on the end of the brush. And now you want to look up and sort of tilt your head down so you can see what you're doing. And just use that to blend in that colour. This is such a light brush, you guys, that it's almost too light. Yeah, don't forget you need to put all your silly faces, but it gives you that smoky under the eye look, like so. Okay, now that is pretty much it for that palette. Oh my lordy, excuse my I'm now going to use my Maxi blush by Rimmel. This is the shade Exposed, and my big floofy Real Techniques 400. This is just a big powder brush? No, it is a blush brush. It's actually marketed as a blush brush. And I go dab to pick up, and then dab to put back down again. Now I do not do all the way through. I come through to probably, again, about that third. So basically to where, when I'm looking at that, that is in line with the outside of my iris. So the first third of my eye. And I like to wear quite a lot because, you know, I'm growing old disgracefully. Now, oh my goodness, sorry, my nose always runs. We'll have to test these out later as well, see how well they do at removing the makeup. Didn't put that little acetate sheet back in, did I? Let me know if you keep your acetate sheets in your eyeshadows and stuff. Now, get your sponge. Yes, the sponge that you used 3 hours ago, and your setting spray. I use, this is by number 7, and it's a Hydroluminous hydrating fixing mist. And spray it onto the flat part of your sponge, okay? So, like so, and then just do what you did before. And you might be there going, but you haven't done your eyes or your lashes or your brows yet. No, I know. But you don't want to do that just yet. You just, this is the stuff that we are fixing. Because this is the stuff that in heavy rain will come off, and you don't want that. And I tell you what, that makes all the difference. This is not going to come off. I could go out in the rain and this won't come off. So now I want to do my everything else. That also helps clear off your jewellery if you wear facial jewellery. So I am, as you might be able to tell, I trashed my brows. I was trying to shape them and I got a little bit too scissor happy, so I want to define my brows, and that went really badly wrong because it's caked on the wand. So let's just take some of that off. The idea was that I actually just wanted them to go into a nice little point above my things and leave me all this like real estate to work with, but it didn't quite work. Oh, I didn't use highlighter. Oh, you guys, I didn't use highlighter. You could add that on afterwards if you really wanted to. Do we want to? Yeah, of course we do. God, what am I saying? Do we want highlighter? Dumb fucking question. And I am going to use... I'm going to use my Royal & Langnickel brush again, because I can't remember if I used that for cream stuff. I think I did. So let's use my Real Techniques buffing brush. And just, you don't want a lot, because this stuff, you don't want to look, yeah, you might want to look a bit like adamant. I really don't know if that's your thing. But if you stipple your highlighter instead of brushing it, it blends in that little bit nicer. Now, I'm starting to get a bit overwhelmed here because I'm not putting shit away as I go, which is bad. Put your stuff away. Now, I've done that. That was Wonderful Brow by Rimmel in shade 3, which is dark. Now I'm going in with my Maybelline Colossal Big Shot. I don't wear lashes because I wear glasses, and I find that my lashes touch my glasses and it drives me crazy. Now, I saw somebody say that if you wear glasses you shouldn't put mascara on your lower lashes. Well, I do, because I love the way it looks. Like so. Now, grab your glasses and give them a clean, because, you know, don't go putting dirty glasses on when you've done all that gorgeous work on your eyes to make them look amazing. You really, really don't want to then go and put dirty fucking stuff on. Now, am I going to go natural lip or not? Pick your finger and like so. Right. This is a Colour Sensational from Maybelline and Colour Glory. This is Midnight Plum. This is the wrong colour. I thought that looked a little red. This is a Revolution in the Glory. I am slightly overlining in this area, just to give myself a slightly poutier look. And I know that looks really messy, don't worry about it, because you are going to pick up a lip pen and just a lip brush, you know what I mean. Just to lighten it slightly, and then I'm gonna go for a natural nude sort of lip, I think. Or should I go brown? No, I'm gonna go natural because I just love the way it looks. This is Infinitely in a Mocha by L'Oreal. This just made my lips look ever so slightly. Release the hair. And there you go. So yeah, I actually really enjoyed doing that. I like how it looks. I love the look. I hope you guys can see it because my light is dying outside, but yeah, wow, the contouring and the bronzing. Oh, my face looks so thin. I love it. Just clean up my little gem. So yeah, what do you think? Nice? That look pretty? Get the hair out of the way, mama. So, right, let me just finish my video. So, yeah, tell me what you think. Was there anything that you thought, no, I wouldn't have done that, maybe try this way, which, you know, would be super helpful. And, yeah.
Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.
There you go. See, he knows. He watches YouTube. So yeah, any comments, questions, suggestions, feedback, please leave that all down below. Even if you just want to say hi. Yeah, every comment gets a like, a love or a written response. Might not be from me, but you will get one. Smash that like button. Come on, give me some love. Give me love on YouTube. I am trying my best here, you guys, okay? It's very obvious I don't know what I'm fucking doing. So, you know, some likes would be nice. And if you
subscribe,
that'd be really cool. And hit the bell and you'll be notified when we upload new content. Have a fantastic rest of your day. It is 2:25 and it is nearly dark. Leave my things alone. It's my toy. I'm going to press a button. No. So, no, get off, get off. Yeah, so there you go. Hope you enjoyed it. No, you're not going to ruin my look by adding to it. That's it, make yourself gorgeous. That's it, yeah, good. Take these guys and we will see you next time. Say bye.
Bye.